Hi guys, this week I've been clearing out a lot of borders, if I'm being honest. It's not what I'd expect to be doing in July, but with the hot weather, a lot of the annuals they're just really struggling. So I've started clearing away anything that's really struggling just so I can concentrate on everything that's doing well. And then I've also started planting out some new bits in the second field, now that I know that I can get some water over there. So hopefully they can get some good size on, ready for winter. One of the jobs I have been trying to get to is to come down and clear out these pots. Now, there was about 40 of these pots. These had my first ever irises in, so about 3 years old, but you can see the soil has just got really old now. It's mainly compost in there, so I'm just trying to clear them out, divide up the bulbs. I didn't cut these this year in the hope that they would produce extra bulbs. I thought I'd just give them a year off. So I've been coming down and clearing out the pots and just dividing up the bulbs, big and small. And then I'm going to try and breed from the small ones. So I'm about 2/3 of the way through now, but I've still got a few left to go. So you can see we've got some really nice big ones. These are probably 2 to 3 times the size of when you first get them. So they put on a really nice amount of size, and we've got quite a few of these. I'm quite pleased with that amount. And then in here, these are all like the kind of baby ones that I've pulled off. And there's quite a few. Now some are obviously quite small, but you know, they will grow. So this year I'm going to plant all these small ones back into those white pots and try and keep them safe from the pheasant, and then hopefully next year and the year after we should have lots of lovely big bulbs to be using for cut flowers. So I'm just going to whiz you around and show you some of the borders that I've cleared out and kind of the reason why, and some of the perennials, and just show you how they're looking now that I have cut them down a bit. It's obviously just so dry. It doesn't matter how much you water it. It's just yeah, it's hot in it. So I have cleared out all of the pink pokers here. They were just struggling right from the word go, really, if you've been following any of the videos. There was a few, these were the younger ones left here, and I have been using these over the last week, but I think even those, I think I'm just going to cut what I want for drying and then just get rid of the rest. They're just struggling too much. The lupins were beginning to look really tired, and there was just a few little bits of mildew after we had that big thunderstorm. So I gave these a really thorough cutback, probably the beginning of last week, and then gave them a really good watering, and they're really bouncing back quite nicely actually. I'm really pleased with them. This was a poppy border that I was growing just for drying. And they probably could have done with staying for maybe like another week or two, really. But I decided to just cut what was good and get rid of the rest. Again, just to save water, really, because it just, it's time and just felt a bit wasteful to be watering them. And then these guys here, these are Nautias. And these guys were looking really tired as well. And so I gave these a really good cut back. And you can see that they're freshening up a bit as well. I have just noticed I've got a real vole infestation. It's a nightmare, because what they do is they get underneath and then eat the roots. Now this border here, I should have really filmed it before, but it was completely overgrown. It had some peace lilies, some penistums, some pink clover. It was kind of bits I was trialing. It wasn't really working, and it's a good, I would say it's at least 8 foot. So it feels a real waste of space to have that. So I've been trying to clear it, but you can see I've been having to use my pick, because they've kind of cooked in the heat. But you can see the pink clover, they had these massive roots, these really thick. They were so big, I just couldn't get them out. So yeah, I had to use the picks to try and get them out. The dahlias, if you've been watching the last few videos, these were the ones that had been eaten. And these are beginning to put a nice bit of size on. You can see we're just beginning to get some flowers from them. These here, it's very exciting, because if you do watch my videos, you'll know that I am rubbish at taking cuttings. But these 6 dahlia cuttings I actually took about 24 in all, but these were the only 6 I took, so I'm very excited. These feel very special. The little oak tree is still living. Still haven't named him yet. I was thinking maybe Warlock. That's quite a long name. The statice is in full bloom, and we're going to pick loads of it for drying now, which is great. Believe it or not, I came over 2 days in a row and gave this water a really good soak so that I could try and get these plants in, but I'm not sure that is going to happen. This is definitely one of those moments of do what I say and don't do what I do. That ground was way too hard to be planting in. I've taken a massive risk doing it. But I found last year, I had the same situation and I left it till nearly September to plant the echinaceas and they just didn't put on enough size, which is why we lost some. So I just thought it's worth at least taking the risk just to see. So I didn't get as many in as I wanted. I only actually planted 5 new ones. So if that is all we lost, 5, then I don't think that's too bad at all. But I'm going to give this border a really, really good soak because that ground is, I don't even know how those plants are alive in there. That is so dry. Okay, that border's had a really good soak now. I think what I should have done, I should have puddled the holes really, like made the hole and then puddled it so the water went down beneath their roots. But they're in there now, so yeah, lesson learned. So yeah, fingers crossed they're going to need a bit more extra water for the next few weeks, which is why I didn't plant them. But now I know I can get the water over here. Yeah, I just want them to try and get a bit bigger before the winter.